Hello the internet, Tough Monkey here once again, hope that you're all well, thanks for stopping by. Okay, another lap time challenge for you, this time Mount Panarama, the Bathurst circuit in the new Maserati MC20 that we've all just purchased. Right, this one is a tricky swine. I've played this over a couple of nights and I've probably done about 300 miles trying to get my best time on this. It took me an age. It wasn't until the second night of trying before I actually broke into the 214s, and that was still, what, nearly 4 tenths of a second off of the time I needed to be, and this 0.07 of a second off of the time I needed. God, that was so frustrating. Anyway, let's go through this corner by corner. We're going to come out to this final corner in third gear, accelerate as clean as you can, keep off the grass, keep off the curb, get the power down, and then spot your braking for this first corner. I brake just before I reach the 100-metre board, drop it down to second, turn in, but don't turn in too early, otherwise you can't get back out on the power quick enough. Let the car run out wide, straighten her up as soon as you can, and then floor it all the way to the top of the hill. Nothing to do here except slowly move over to the left-hand side of the circuit. Now I've got this traction control set to 1. I tried it with 0 and I was just squirreling too much, so I've stuck it to 1. I'm going to slam on the brakes just before I get to the 150 board, all the way down to second. Turn in early and let the back end slide. It's going to rotate the car, and then back to the third gear and keep the car under control as you push out wide to the left hand side of the circuit. Go over the curb if you have to. Through the gears, up to fourth, stand on the brake and turn in. We're aiming to turn in long before the corner so the car slides through on this greasy circuit. Down to second, turn in early, don't leave it too late as you run out too wide. Back up to third as you slowly feed the power on up the hill. The car's trying to squirrel. As I go across the red and white curb on the right hand side, I'm up to fourth gear. Seems counterintuitive, but it lets the car accelerate without losing traction. Turn in really early, aim for the wall and it'll drift around. Again, straighten up the steering wheel early, gets the power down, otherwise you're losing speed. This blind crest, turn in long before you see the corner, let the car drift out to the right hand side and then turn in early again here, lift off the power a little bit and then back on the power out to the right hand wall there. Another blind corner here, just as I hit the red and white curb on the right, I'm turning in, lifting off the power. Turn in sharply, but don't put the power on too soon, otherwise you'll end up going off out into the grass on the right hand side there. Into the really tricky section now, keep it in fourth gear as you're braking down, otherwise the back end wants to break loose on you. Cut as much of this grass on the left hand side here as you can, down to third, and then as we're approaching this tight right hander, drop it to second briefly to rotate the car. Get as close to that wall as you possibly can. We're up to third again, and then we're going to drag the car over to the left hand side up to fourth gear. It keeps the car under control as we accelerate. Get as close to these walls as you can, but obviously don't touch them, otherwise you're going to get a penalty. Swing into the right early, and then we're off the accelerator onto the brakes, drop it to third, drop it to second, and then drop it to first just as we're turning in, but very very briefly. The back end will want to go light. Second, then third gear immediately, keeps the car under control. Skirt that barrier on the right hand side, and then we've got nothing to do except aim for the bottom of the hill. This is the long straight, and anything you got wrong coming out of that final corner is going to amplify all the way to the bottom. I looked at my ghost just then and I knew I was on a good lap. My previous best lap I was really slow through the final section, so I knew I was on a flyer here. Now okay, we're getting ready for a big stop here. As the track widens there and that lamppost on the left hand side, turn in, and already we're off the power on the brakes. Drop down all the way through the gearbox. Now I've seen the replays of the top guys, they actually go down to first here. I just find it loses too much control. Back up to third. Steady the car as you're going through here. It's easy to let it run out wide here. Sometimes I go up to fourth, but on this one I kept it in third gear. We're on a good time here. Just get ready for this one last break point. Here we go. Drop it down to second and then briefly down to first as you turn in, then straight back up to second as soon as you start to turn in. And then back up to third. Feed the power on slowly. It's very easy to run out wide there up over the curb and lose traction on the grass. Nothing to do except head for the line. I know this is going to be a good one, but I surprised myself. I really don't know where that came from. Knocked off half a second from my very best lap. Right, this time round we're going to see the same lap again, but I'm not going to say a word. I'll see you at the end. So there you go, that one was a struggle. Not since the Laguna Seca time trial have I struggled so much to get a gold level standard time. 2:14.098, half a second quicker on that final lap. Really don't know where that came from. That's put me into the top 1,000 as it stands with 7 days to go. I think I've done enough. I can't imagine the top guys improving so much that I'm going to get knocked out of the gold medal position time. I certainly hope that's right, because I don't want to do that one again. I don't know how many miles I've done, viewer, but I'm guessing 300 miles. Probably about 300 miles. Anyway, if you want to race against my Ghost, go into the showcase section and then content search, drop down to replays, and in the keyword section type in Tough Monkeys. You'll get all of my replays and Ghosts that I've done so far to date. It's a growing collection. There, the second one along is Bathurst. Click on that, click on collection down on the left hand side there, and then that's transferred into your saved collections. All you need to do then is go back out of here, go into the race screen, go to settings, Ghost settings, load Ghosts, and then cross to collection, click on my name there, and it'll upload my Ghost for you to race against, and that'll give you the time that I've just showed in that replay. If this video has been useful to you and helped you get a gold medal, do remember to like, comment and subscribe. I do appreciate it, and you'll get notified of any future videos that I post. The last thing to do, as always, is to check what I've won for all my hours of effort, and it's not 3,000 credits for a change. It's a car that I've already got. Thanks very much for listening. Okay, until next time, take it easy. Bye.